Here's how 6 chickens named Sugar, Sunshine, Cinnamon, Butter, Piper, and Queen Isabella cost one woman over $100,000. Kathy Sarkisian wanted to tend to a few chickens. We know how expensive eggs can get, so she got a permit from the city and invested thousands of dollars to convert her garage into a huge indoor chicken coop and put up a fence outside. Maybe not the most cost-effective move, but hey, it's her money, and chickens are clucking awesome. A lot of people do this, from homesteaders to hobbyists. It really shouldn't be that big of a deal. And it wasn't, until a chicken ordinance forced her to tear it all down. Section 439 of the Douglas, Michigan Municipal Code requires the city, not the property owner, to contact all neighbors of aspiring chicken owners to give them 3 weeks to object. And if even one objects, for any reason, or no reason at all, then the permit shall not be granted, with no right of appeal. Well, the city received an objection after granting Kathy her permit, so they retroactively denied it. And this was after Kathy had already spent $23,000 putting together a chicken Mar-a-Lago. But permits can only be suspended or revoked upon a finding that a permittee has violated applicable city ordinances, like too much noise, the accumulation of waste, or chickens running wild through the neighborhood. Kathy and her chickens didn't commit any of those violations, but the city revoked her permit anyway. Why? Because a single part-time neighbor whose property is 100 feet away objected after the 21-day window. Now Kathy's suing the city in federal court to keep her 6 chickens. Despite having gone through a permitting process she really shouldn't have had to in the first place, and following all applicable rules. She now faces a fine of at least $79,000, and it could get up to $200,000. Now, we could talk about how the chicken ordinance denies people their property rights. Or we could talk about how the city of Douglas, Michigan violated its own municipal code. Or we could talk about the unconstitutional veto power of the American Karen. But really, can't we have a few chickens?